In 1933, America was producing around 10 million jigsaw puzzles a week, which sounds insane. Because if you were paying attention during your history class, you know that this period was the Great Depression. People had less money, less stability, less hope. And somehow, everyone was buying cardboard pieces. But that's the point. A puzzle was cheap, it was slow, it was simple, and when everything outside felt impossible to fix, a puzzle was something you could still put back together. In 2020, Animal Crossing was the puzzle. A tiny island, a daily routine, a few animals, a house to decorate, a world that still moved, when real life stopped. So maybe Animal Crossing was not the best game of the pandemic because it was perfect, but maybe it was perfect because everything else wasn't. Animal Crossing was not supposed to be the game of a global crisis. It's not dramatic, it is not intense, you don't save the world. You don't fight monsters, you don't survive in the apocalypse. You pick weeds, you catch bugs, you shake trees, you sell shells. You talk to animals with the emotional range of a customer service email. And then you go to sleep, so you can do it again tomorrow. On paper, that sounds boring. And honestly, sometimes it is. Animal Crossing is slow, it repeats itself. It asks you to wait, a bridge takes a day, a house upgrade takes a day, a shop upgrade takes a day. Even progress in this game feels like it went through government paperwork. But in 2020, all of that changed. Because the same things that made Animal Crossing feel slow in a normal year made it comforting during lockdown. Waiting until tomorrow was no longer just a game mechanic, it was a reason to have tomorrow. Every day, something small happened. A fossil appeared, a tree grew, a villager moved in. The shop had new furniture, a friend visited your island. Nothing huge, nothing life-changing, but enough. Because when your life became one long, blurry day, Animal Crossing gave the day its shape. Animal Crossing did not give people adventure, it gave them normality, and during lockdown, normality was the fantasy. So why Animal Crossing worked during lockdown? The first reason it worked is simple. Routine. During lockdown, days stopped feeling like days. You woke up, checked your phone, stayed inside, ate something, checked your phone again, and somehow it was already night. Animal Crossing gave that time structure. The shop opened, the villagers walked around, the trees changed, new fossils appeared, new bugs appeared. The music changed every hour. It sounds small, but that was the whole point. When real life became one long day, Animal Crossing made today feel different from yesterday. The second reason was control. In 2020, most people had no control over anything important. You couldn't control the news, you couldn't control when to go out, you couldn't control when life would come back. But on your island, you could move a tree, build a bridge, place a bench, clean weeds, choose where your house goes. It was not real control, but it felt close enough. The island was small enough to fix, and when the real world feels too big, a small world starts to matter. The third reason it was a hit was the social life. Animal Crossing was never a replacement for real people, obviously. A penguin saying nice weather today is not the same as seeing your friends, but during lockdown it helped. You had neighbors, you had birthdays, you had visitors. You could go to a friend's island, show them your house, steal their fruit, judge their furniture. And for a moment, it almost felt like hanging out. Not exactly, but close enough for that time. And the fourth reason is the weirdest one, slowness. Usually, slowness is what people complain about. Animal Crossing makes you wait for everything. The game is basically saying, come back tomorrow. And in normal year, that can be annoying. But in lockdown, tomorrow needed a reason to exist. So the waiting became part of the comfort. The game's biggest weakness became its biggest strength. Because Animal Crossing was not trying to fill your whole day, it was trying to give your day a shape. That's why it worked. Routine, control, a soft version of social life, and slowness. 4 things that sound boring in a normal year, But in 2020, they were exactly what people were missing. But this is where Animal Crossing becomes interesting. Because for a lot of people, the magic did not last. At first, checking the island every day felt comforting. Then slowly, it started to feel like work. The fossils became another task, the weeds became another task, the villagers started saying the same things. The furniture stopped feeling exciting, and logging in started to feel less like visiting a place and more like maintaining a project. But I don't think the game suddenly became bad. Animal Crossing did not change. The island was still there, the villagers were still there. Tom Nook was still smiling like nothing happened. What changed was the world around it. As life slowly came back, Animal Crossing had to compete with real life again. With school, work, friends, going outside, actually having plans. And once real life started moving again, a game built around slow daily routine felt different. That is why I don't think Animal Crossing was ever meant to feel the same forever. It was too connected to that moment, too connected to lockdown, too connected to the version of us that needed it. In 2020, the island felt like freedom. Later, it could feel like a checklist, not because the game lost its soul, but because we did not need the same thing anymore. Animal Crossing stayed the same, we changed the seasons. And I think this happens with a lot of games. Some games are not just attached to what they are attached to when you played them. Minecraft during summer vacation is not just Minecraft. It is staying up too late, building something useless with your friends, having no real responsibilities, and somehow spending 3 hours looking for diamonds felt like a full life. Skyrim in winter is the same. The snow, the music, the slow walking, the feeling that you are entering another world while it is cold outside. That game just makes more sense in the season. And it is not only big emotional games. Sometimes it is FIFA after school, or Call of Duty split screens at someone's house. Games that maybe are not perfect, maybe not even close, but they belong to a specific routine, a specific room, a specific group of people, a specific version of your life. And when that version disappears, the game becomes different. Not worse, just different. That is why replaying an old game can feel strange. You go back expecting the same feeling, but the game is only half of it. The other half was your life around it. The weather, the free time, the people, the age you were. The problems you did not have yet. So sometimes when we say, I miss this game, what we really mean is, I miss the season where this game made sense. And Animal Crossing had the strangest season of all. It was a cozy game released into a world that suddenly needed cozy things. And that is what makes Animal Crossing special to me. Not that it was the greatest game ever made, because honestly it has problems. The dialogue repeats, the progression is slow, the activities are simple, and after enough time and the island can start feeling like less like a home and more like a list of things you forgot to do. But in 2020, those problems almost stopped being problems. The repetitions became routine, the slowness became comfort, the simple tasks became progress, and the small world became enough. Animal Crossing gave people exactly what the year took away: a place to go, a reason to wake up, neighbors to talk to, a home to improve, a tomorrow that felt slightly different from today. And maybe that is why it's hard to talk about the game normally, because for some people, Animal Crossing was not just a good game. It was a memory of surviving a weird time, not in a dramatic way, not in a heroic way, just quietly day by day, weed by weed, fossil by fossil. So maybe Animal Crossing was only perfect once, not because the game got worse after 2020, but because perfection sometimes needs the right disaster, the right boredom, the right loneliness, the right moment. Animal Crossing did not save the world, it just gave people a smaller one. When the real one stopped making sense, and for one strange season, that was enough.